Where silence is safe, but courage speaks, let your voice lead the way. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, thinkers and dreamers. Welcome to English Learners Grand Debate 2025. Let the words decide. Tonight, words will take the center stage. Ideas will clash, and voices will echo with logic, wit, and conviction.
Indeed, Lumiere. As they say, the tongue has no bonds, but is it strong enough to break a hurt or heal it? Tonight, our debaters will use that strength not to divide, but to decide.
Two teams, six speakers each, one stage, and countless perspectives. The battlefield is not made of swords, but of sentences, and the victory will belong to reason.
So, guys, sit tight, everyone, because we are about to begin a journey with and of intellect, passion, and energy, where every word counts by the judges. Lumiere, you are muted.
Am I audible? I'm sorry. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. So, before we dive in, let's quickly walk through the scripture and rules that will guide grand intellectual aiming.
Absolutely. Our debate has 7 rounds from the opening statement to the final verdict by the judge. Each speaker will get 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes to speak in every rounds. And yes, no interruption. Please expect during the crossfire rounds. And remember, the best certificate and award will go to the one who shine and show the energy and show the clarity and confidence and conviction.
Alright, with rules in place, it's time to meet our brilliant judges and fearless debaters. So let's welcome them, Blaze Kings and Fire Queens.
So let's begin by acknowledging the guiding minds and who will watching every argument and every point and every spark of the logic. Our estimated judges, Miss Beardo and Mr. Nikhil Vyas. Let's give them huge round of applause for their judging of this debate.
And now the stars of tonight are two powerful teams. Each team have 5 incredible speakers ready to defend, argue, and concur with their words. So I'm gonna tell you the name of 4 queens. We have Swarna, Amini, Anam, Karis, Jyotsna, and Haru, Achal, and Happy. Welcome all of you debaters from girls team.
And from the male team, we have Hers, Arvind, Priyanshu Kumar, Phoenix, Amog, and Ayush. All the best to everyone. Okay.
Now that the battlefield is set, let's begin with opening statements. Each team will present their foundation, their core stand in just 2 minutes each. So I'm gonna welcome from team Forest Queen. I'm audible. I'm sorry, I lost my connection. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are audible.
I'm gonna present for our opening statement, Miss Haru. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, you are totally audible. Miss Haru, stage is yours. And we will not take time. Times is going to start.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Karis, from the team of Fires of Queen. And once Margarita Valdez said, leadership is a series of behavior rather than the role of heroes. Respected judges, honorable moderators, worthy opponents, and my dear audience, a truly memorizing evening to you all. Leadership is not about the title of dominance, it's about the vision, courage, and ability to uplift others. And tonight, I stand to prove that women not only match leadership, they are defined. When the world tried to relance Malala Dixie turned struggle into strength. From the Indira Gandhi to Angela Merkel, women have the led with a courage and vision. In India, Nirmala Sitharaman and President Draupadi Murmu, so that whatever women leave, progress follows. Even the Business Review reveals that women excel in 84% of key leadership skills from empathy, and this is not convinced of the capability finally seen. When women lead, progress become direction. Thank you for your attention.
Amazing. A woman with a voice is by definition strong woman. Great.
So let's begin with male team. The name is Mr. Hers. Let's begin the verbal battlefield with the power of words that can move minds, and please welcome our respected participant, Mr. Hers, the one who turns thoughts into the thunder and silence into the applause. Mr. Hers,
Yes, I'm there. Am I audible?
yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It is truly said by Richard Hawkins. Leadership begins when the first man stood against danger, while the others hide. Evolution rewarded those who led. Leadership is not a popularity contest. It's the ability to perform under pressure. When everything goes wrong, people need someone who makes fast decisions, tolerate extreme stress, and accept responsibility. That is our test for leadership today. By leadership, I mean the composite skill set of risk tolerance, rapid decision making, endurance under stress, and responsibility taking, combined with enough emotional intelligence to hold a team together. Both gender can show pieces of this. But the question is, who reliably brings the full package when stakes are highest? We aren't saying women lack skill or value. We are saying that across history and across miserable institutions, one pattern appears repeatedly. Men have more often been the ones chosen, proven, and tested in high stake leadership roles. This pattern deserves explanation and evidence, not assumption. For instance, modern leadership rosters remain male skewed. Fortune 2024 count shows 52 women CEOs in the Fortune 500, and the rest are men. What I will hand over to my teammates, I will make the premise clear. My first teammate will bring the biological and statistical data that explain the pattern, and my second teammate will handle the usual counter argument, opportunity, patriarchy, and emotional claims, and explain why those explanations don't overturn the core pattern. Thank you.
That was not just a opening, it was an awakening a voice that truly set the stage on fire from the male side, Mr. Hers. So let's begin with the next rounds. That's called constructive rounds. So now comes to the round where intellect meets insight. The constructive round, each team will build their pillars of arguments with the facts, logic, and flair with a lot of questions.
As Aristotle once said, it is the mark of an educated mind to entertain a thought without accepting it. Let's see how our speakers put that into action. So I'm gonna, for next constructive round, I'm gonna tell the name of participants, From girls teams, Karis and Serena, welcome guys. You hear me, so please come up on stage and nail it.
Yes. Good. Shall I start, ma'am?
Yep.
Yes. Good evening, esteemed judges, honorable opponents, and my distinguished teammates. I am Swarnalata representing the Five Queens team here to affirm with conviction that women truly excel in leadership, not by chance but through evidence, intellect, and enduring impact. Leadership is not merely about titles or authority, it is about vision, empathy, and resilience. History, research, and performance record consistently demonstrate that women embody these qualities at exceptional levels. To begin with, women exhibit remarkable emotional intelligence, enabling them to connect with people, resolve conflicts, and inspire teams. According to Harvard Business Review, women outperform men in 12 out of 16 leadership competencies, particularly empathy and communication. A shining example for this trait of leadership is Jacinda Ardern, former Prime Minister of New Zealand, who guided her country through the pandemic with calmness and compassion. Also, she guided her country through the Christchurch attack, which has happened in 2019, exemplifying her emotional leadership in practice. Moreover, women's collaborative leadership fosters inclusivity and innovation. Example, Indira Nooyi, former CEO of PepsiCo, attributed her success to teamwork and valuing every employee's contributions, propelling the company to unprecedented growth. This approach demonstrates that leadership is not about command but about empowering others. And notable leaders such as Prime Minister Draupadi Murmu and Angela Merkel, who had led her largest economy for 16 years, demonstrate leadership qualities. And I'm here in conclusion is about to say that women possesses all main four leadership qualities and has excelled in their own fields, including collaborative leading style and emotional intelligence. And now I am going to give questions from my side to the opposite team. Chiang Kai-shek, the former leader of China, faced repeated military and political failures, ultimately losing control to the communists. Considering his misjudgments and poor crisis management, how can one claim that male leaders inherently excel in decision making under pressure? Second question is, Herbert Hoover, US President during Great Depression, failed to implement effective economic policies in time, worsening the crisis for millions. If leadership is about anticipating challenges and protecting societies, how can you defend the claim that men are strategic and governance? Third question here is Nivelle Chamberlain, Prime Minister during the World War II. He is remembered for his toward Nazi Germany and widely considered a failure in leadership. How can you justify an argument of innate leadership superiority despite repeated failures? And here, fourth question for the men is, thank you.
Miss Lumiere, if you're facing network issues, do let me know. Miss Lumiere. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The answer.
Well, by the first team, Lumiere, are you there?
Yep,
Okay, let me
I'm
invite
her,
from
but
the male side.
your voice is cracking, buddy.
Now it's time to build the pillar of perspective by the male side, where the logic meets language. Please welcome Mr. Arvind on the stage.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
So I am audible properly?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Good evening, respected judges, worthy opponents, and my dear audience. I am Arvind, proudly representing the male team, and today we are debating on the topic males or females who excel more in leadership. So my teammate explained, I would like to continue for that purpose. I would like to common counter arguments clearly, logically, and with evidence. So counter one is women didn't get opportunities. So if opportunities were the only reason all women given power, would have excelled. But history shows only a few exceptions like Indira Gandhi, Rani Lakshmibai, and Georgia Maloney, who rose despite barriers. Their success proves women can lead, but know that they generally do so across societies and times, as seen in the Britannica biographies. So, case study Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi faced wars, economic challenges, and political unrest. Her decisions during the 1970 war and the Green Revolution were bold and high risk. Her leadership was powerful, but she remained an exception among the thousands of male leaders tested across centuries. Counter to main causes was so they are poor leaders. Wars don't only come from the aggression. Often they rise from the need to protect and survive. Society has traditionally given men the role of defenders, placing them in command when danger strikes. So instead of qualifying men, these situations highlight their readiness to face risk for other safety, supported by the human and historical evidence. So evolutionary and scientific view, if even in nature, when survival or defense is at stake, leadership roles are mostly taken by the males. This is not superiority, but role differentiation shaped by the evolutionary pressures. PubMed shows that means stress responses and decision-making patterns often make them more likely to lead in high-pressure environments. Conclusion is that to conclude, leadership means performing under pressure and risk, and by that clear and stable definition, biological, historical, and institutional evidence shows that men have more often been tested, trusted, and successful as leaders. So I would like to ask you two questions. If women are naturally better leaders, so why have there been so few female needs of uh, states in history, despite equal intelligence and opportunity in modern times? Second question is, can you name a single civilization in history that was truly matriarchal, ruled and dependent by the women, and lasted more than a few generations? Thank you.
Solid arguments given by Mr. Arvind. So, Miss co-host, are you there? Miss co-host, are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah, it's your turn. You can call your teammates from your side. Next participant for the constructive round.
Yeah, I'm going to invite Miss Haru in this segment. Women are the real artists of society. So, Miss Haru, you hear me? Come up on stage.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Sure. Can I start now? 3, 2,
Yep.
1. A truly splendid evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Haru from the Fire Queens team, and today I stand on one truth. Women excel in leadership, transforming societies, organizations, and nations. Once, Eleanor Roosevelt said, "A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she's in hot water." Leadership in the 21st century is about connection, empathy, vision, and they consistently demonstrate these qualities. During COVID-19, leaders like Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand, and Angela Merkel, Germany, act swiftly, protect their citizens, and stabilize economies, outperforming many male-led countries. This raises a critical question. If leadership is measured by the ability to navigate complex crises, how can men argue superiority when women-led nations consistently achieved better public health and economic outcomes during COVID-19? In business, the KPMG Global Female Leaders Outlook 2023 found 87% of top women executives highlighted adaptability as key to overcoming challenges. Similarly, a 2024 University of Service study showed female-led firms recover faster and stronger, proving resilience and strategic acumen. Given this evidence, if men are supposedly superior leaders, how do you explain the December 2024 Florida State University study showing women excel men in both communal and assertive leadership behaviors? its key traits for real-world success? Women led with empathy and ethics. Kiran Bedi, India's first women IPS officer, transformed Teja jail through education and rehabilitation, combining conventions and decisive action. In 2013, the Ethics and Compliance Initiative report shows 68% of senior women leaders report misconduct compared with 59% of men, proving women maintain higher ethical standards. The question we must ask here is, a 2024 meta-analysis in the leadership found women rate higher in all affective agentic and communal behaviors. So, with such overwhelming evidence, what specific data are you relying on to argue men excel more? Research confirms their effectiveness. Employees and their women managers tend to be more engaged, productive, and loyal. Taken together, women don't just manage, they inspire, innovate, and create lasting impact. Leadership excellence is about capability, and women consistently embody it, powerfully, gracefully, and effectively.
Time's up.
War doesn't need louder leaders, it needs wiser
Time's
ones.
up. Okay, thank you. Co-host, would you like to say something for your participant?
Leadership is practice, not so much in words as in attitude and actions. And Haru all like say this with her words. Amazing Haru, that's all.
Thank
Am I
you. So
audible?
from the male side, second participant for the constructive round, he's the someone going to counter with a lot of questions to opinion teams. So the name is Mr. Ayus. Mr. Ayus,
Yes, sir.
are you there? All the best.
Yes, sir. I am here. Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Ayush Chauhan from Male Team, continuing our debate of male versus female who excels in leadership. As a proud advocate of men, I will give you three unshakable pillars of biology, institutional data, and history that proves that males have better leadership qualities than females. And these three unshakable pillars are not just my opinions, these are based on scientific and statistical data and also evidential data. The first unshakable pillar is of biological studies. Biological studies shows that males have testosterone that is called male hormone. This hormone allows males to take risk-taking capabilities, competitiveness, and decision-making capabilities that are very crucial in the decision-making of a leader. Researches of universities of Texas shows that higher level of testosterone hormone and the lower level of cortisol hormone makes the male suitable for decision making in the risky and chaotic situations. In 2018, the Frontier Think Behavioral Neuroscience study shows that testosterone is responsible in males for taking bold risk-taking capacities under pressure. The second unshakable pillar I want to give you is institutional data. In 2024, women hold only 10.4% of total 500 CEO sports. That is very less. Also globally, the UN data shows that only 21% of the prime ministers are women, whereas there are 175 approx countries in which males are leading. The gap persists in political, technological, and financial domains, where men are playing far better leadership role than females. The third unshakable pillar is from history that is going to prove that males are far better than females in leadership. From the ancient leaders like Alexander the Great, Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka, to the modern identities like Mahatma Gandhi, Abraham Lincoln, and Winston Churchill, men have leading through wars, chaotic situations. Thus, this shows that males can play leadership better than females in most chaotic and pressurized situations. Now, I am asking to the female team my three questions. First, if women are equally educated,
Short. Time's up.
okay.
Well spoken, solid
Come,
arguments given by you. Thank you, your Miss co-host. Carry on.
yeah. Coming up next, the defense round. Here the remaining speakers will guard their team's stance, counter every argument, and highlight the cracks in the opposition.
So here it is.
Co-host, you ready?
As we say, as they say in the battle of the words, truth is the sharpest weapon during the debate. Let's see whose truth going to give the deeper answer of the questions.
From my
So, Miss
team,
Co-host, do invite from your side.
from my team, I'm gonna invite Karis and Jyotsna here. Before they came, I just wanna say that I raised up my voice not so I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. And you guys gonna do this. Go ahead, guys. Karis and Jyotsna, come up on a stage.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Co-host, do invite for the
Your voice is cracking.
participant. You are invited.
Karis,
So the participant from the girls' side
Jyotsna.
for the defense round, Miss Anam. Miss, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but just one thing to confirm, like I guess it's a crossfire round and it's Josna and Karis time.
No, Anam, it's not crossfire round. It's defensive round, okay?
All right.
Give me 10 seconds. I will just change the title of the screen. Okay.
May I start?
God, my laptop. Yes, Annam, all the best. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Miss Annam, are you ready? All the best.
As my worthy opponent Arvind from the team boys mentioned the one thing that like just mentioned the single civilization that leads by women in the history. So I really want to tell you that in the like men have always lead the wars and kingdoms. But when women can't handle the big stuff. Exactly, you mentioned that. So exactly, when man left the battle, women stepped out and saved the day and saved the kingdom. When the emperors are going for the war, who is there to handle the whole kingdom? I want to give the example of Rani Tarabai Bhosle of the Maratha Empire. You might be know that like me because all the people don't emphasize on the female leaders. Let me tell you that her husband died in the war while fighting with Mughals in 17th century, and that was the time she became the ruler and take over the Swaraj. Her 8 years old son 8 years, along with an 8-year old son, she ruled the kingdom as solely, without any help and without any organization. She led the big, huge army, and she also fight with the huge emperor, huge Mughal empire. That is Aurangzeb. You know that is a huge and massive innovation. She fought the battle and she attacked on 5 lakh troops. She didn't just hold the fort. She also expand the Maratha territory by 40% and forced Aurangzeb to lead to his death. And he died in 1707. And that is a historical fact I would like to mention over here. And I hope that is the vincible to my worthy opponent and they got the answer. Now, next point is that, like, why they can't be a good leader in the ancient era. A lot of people don't consider the female as a capable enough because they don't have the opportunity. They were not allowed to go outside. So, if you are not serving them opportunity, how could you accept and expect that they could be a good leader? As you know that in a patriotic society, today as well in 21st century, we are having a less opportunities as compared to male, and because of the opportunities there are the people are saying the men are the good leader. I would say that here is the matter of not opportunity but ability. And when it comes to women, people and the society has ignored the women. They didn't show and they didn't emphasize on their ability. They have just emphasized on the stereotype. They just follow the stereotype. So I must say that women have that capability. So we must wait for the leaders like Rani Lakshmi Bai, Tarabai Bhosle, and Indira Gandhi. And there are many more leaders. Like study shows that 49% of a woman has the ability, and study shows that they have overtook the male in the companies and in the nation. Just take the example of a nation, Giorgia Meloni and the New Zealand PM. They handled the crisis in a many difficult times. Take the example of one more leader who is the president of UAE. She handled the European Union through the crisis and the financial crisis through the thick and thin. So this is a great example. How much example you want? I don't understand. Like, we are doing a debate today. It is not like there is a debate between the who is better leader, male or female. I would say there is no debate in this. Obviously, women are a better leader because they are multitaskers. They are not emotionally full. They are making their emotions as a weapon, and they are very patient as compared to male gender. And this is how that proves their potential. If you are giving and serving them opportunity, there would be a lot of multiple dozens of examples we would be able to see in the society. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Now it's for Amini's turn. Amini, you hear me?
No, wait. From my team, then from your team. One from male side, then one from female side.
Yeah, I
So
can
before going
fine.
with
Let
the
me say
next
something, if you don't
participant,
mind.
yeah,
To Anam, a woman is like a
yes.
tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water. You rocked it, Anam. Best of luck. Yeah, it's your turn, dear Patrick. Go ahead.
So before announcing my participant from the male side, so this defense round followed by audience round. So I request to all audience, we have left 3 participants in the defense round. I request to all of you, if you have any question for the audience round, do send your question to Miss Co-host. And if anyone is having questions in the audience round for the male team, do send your question in my DM. If you have any question with the girls, do send your question to the Miss Co-host. If you have any question for the male team, do send your question in my DM. Thank you. So the next participant from the male side for the defense round. See, every strong argument needs a stronger defense. Now, entertaining the arena are among.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
Hello.
call Miss
Hello, everyone.
Amog. Mr. Amog, are you there?
Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm audible?
All the best.
You
Yeah,
are.
let me start. Thank you. Yeah, they say that large gardens have more weeds to pull. As the garden of male leadership is large, they are easily pointing out a few leaders who have failed to manage the situation in a better way. The first being they pointed out to the Chinese leader, and the other being Hitler. Now, let me try to pull the weeds of their smaller gardens. One being the Shinawatra, a Thailand PM who called a Cambodian PM an uncle, which led to the border crisis, which exaggerated the conflict between the two nations and failed to handle the crisis situation better. There are women leaders who have failed to handle crisis in a very better way as well. And let me take another example. We all have heard about Sara Duterte, a Philippine vice president who has openly given assassination threat to the president. And this is the kind of leadership even female are displaying even at higher stages of leadership. And we can take another example of Liz Truss, an UK PM. She is famously known for being the short-lived PM of UK. She just served for 49 days, and that shows how female are also failing to deliver great leadership. Now, let me try to bring in male leaders who have handled crisis situation in a better way and not behaved like an Hitler, but as a peacemaker. We have heard about Abiy Ahmed, a PM of Ethiopia who handled the border issue with Eritrea and helped in ending a war, who was awarded with Nobel Peace Prize as well. And during the COVID crisis, they brought about the COVID crisis situation where many female leaders handled the situation in a better way. How can we forget our great Indian PM who not only corrected their mistakes in the second wave during lessons learned during the second wave of COVID, but also helped other countries who are in the crisis situation to handle their situation better. It is evident in the Vaccine Maitri program, not just during the COVID situation. Our male leaders have even helped the other countries during other crisis situations as well. Be it Operation Those, where India helped the Turkey to handle the crisis of earthquake and many other situations as well. And they have been putting up studies which shows female have better skills, right? Where are they? Like despite having better skills, their number is very low in the leadership positions. As rightly pointed out by team members, only 21% of PM are women, and only 52 out of 500 are involved in the Fortune 500 list. So where are they? They aren't visible at all, despite having the skill set. And there are many male leaders as well who have displayed remarkable leadership skills. Be it Sandipuni Krishnan, be it Tukaram Momble, or Stephen Hawking, Charles Darwin, or Louis Braille. They all have worked towards others and displayed empathy and emotional intelligence more than many of the female leaders as well. And many you pointed out that patriarchy is the reason for women lagging behind, right? Even in matrilineal societies such as in Meghalaya, only 5% of state legislative assembly is represented by women. So what can you say for that things? So it is in studies as well. In a particular study named Gender Difference in Response to Emotional Stress, it is clearly pointing out men are better in a better position to handle emotions than women. So be it studies, practical life, vision, courage, empathy, or any other leadership skill, men are always better than women, and men have proven to be better leaders in many walks of life, not just in theory, not just in studies, but in the practical life, in the storybooks, and in the headlines of everyday newspapers. Thank you.
Impeccable answer, Mr. Amog. Thank you. So, Miss Co-host, who is
Yes.
going to from your side now?
From my side, it's Emily. Emily, come up on the stage. You hear me? A woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman. Come up on a stage, Emily.
Hello.
Good luck. Hello.
Yeah. So, should I wait a second? Just 4 seconds. Okay, start. Hello.
I'm starting the timer.
Okay. So, not always men are always better in every aspect. We are talking about the leadership, sticking to the leadership. It's not the percentage or it's not the members. You can't deny the fact that most of the elite or the knowledgeable persons are very few. At the same time, when it comes to leaderships, the leaders or the employment, if you are looking at the employment, there might be male, but when you're looking at the leadership side, leadership is not about leaders. Leadership is about practicing the leader skill with managing it very well and effectively and productively. The question you raised, Mr. of risk awareness, right? Let me tell you one thing. Risk taking is another factor, but it's the risk awareness. Women calculate risk in areas like research and development and talent development to avoid reckless and financial gambles. Like, okay, and there is an example, like I think someone pointed out about the Indira Gandhi. Let me tell you, because of her, the Bangladesh Liberation War have succeeded in the favor. And risk management and resilience, if you see, women actually excelling the part, which is a very important leadership quality, ensures long-term sustainability and navigate crisis. Like the Journal of Corporate Finance study found women in war made stable and less volatile investment. Example, Kiran Majumdar-Shaw. Not only this, in decision making also, MIT research shows teams with more women have a higher collective intelligence and solve problems more effectively. Not only this, someone pointed out the question that in what civilization or in what aspects, just name the women-led board. Let me tell you that answer. That in science and technology, the women of ENIAC 1940 USA, they laid the foundation of computer programming and software logic directly shaping the digital age. In medicine and public health, women in nursing and hygiene, led by Florence Nightingale and thousands of women volunteers during and after the Crimean War. They transformed nursing from a domestic duty to a scientific evidence-based profession. Not only this, supported by teams of women, introduced data-driven hospital design, sanitation, and patient care standards. The civilization level impact, they professionally healthcare and founded modern nursing, which remains a cornerstone of global medicine. In the governance and human rights, let me tell you, the global governance suffrage movements, 19th to 20th century, led by groups of women across the UK, US, New Zealand, and India, such as suffragists, and these were massive decentralized movements driven by women's collectives. Their actions reshaped governance, introducing universal suffrage and transforming democratic systems worldwide. The ripple effects extended to education, labor rights, and political representation globally. Civil, not only this, in science and research, I already said. At the same time, I want to add that women code breakers of Bletchley Park, a large team of women mathematicians, linguistics, and logicians. Over 75% of code breakers were women. And in space exploration also, the hidden figures of NASA, 1950s to 1960s USA, led by African American women mathematicians like Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, among many others. These women performed the critical calculations of our orbital mechanics, launch trajectories, and re-entry paths. Okay. And someone pointed out the corruption. Let me tell you, as per the UNDP report, because of the same level of field that women also got, 40% less corruption and higher attendance rate were seen where the women were given reservation for the level playing field. So it's the historical bias may persist to exist, but still women are performing more well and outperform the male in terms of 19 competencies. Let out of that, 13 were got outshined by
Time's up.
women with the okay.
Miss
Amazing, Amani. You did a great job, and I appreciate that what you said. Yeah, so it's my co-host team's time. Go ahead.
yes. So from male sides, the last participant for the defense round, the name is Mr. Priyansu. Mr. Priyansu,
Yes, sir, I am present here.
ready to stand tall and ready to protect by your questions and giving the
Yeah,
answer as well. All the best.
yeah, all right, all right.
Make
I'm
your
ready.
team pride.
I'm ready, sir.
Times started, Mr. Piranso.
Okay. Of, good evening to all of you. My dear opponents, you are overlooking the scenario. Let me tell you exit things related to your question. What is the leadership? Leadership, it means we can see lots of example in this world. Our male did great job. If we are seeing in history, Nelson Mandela, it was the great leader when we sacrifice. That times what the conditions going in South Africa, and he was the great role play that times. So if we are looking all around the world, so that times we are facing lots of problems, but male was stand all times. So it is a leadership. It's a good quality. If we are seeing in history, so that times first male was started leadership, Mangal Pandey. It was the great leader. He sacrificed for the nation. And other perspective we can see in the ancient times, Lord Ram. It was the great leader. And Chandragupta Maurya, Chanakya, and all over the historians we can see political through aspect. So male was a crucial role play in society in this world. If we are talking about female leadership, it is not good. If you can see, there are many examples. They are not capable for leadership. They are emotional. We can see if two more than two female are stand one places, so that times you can see we are doubting others people how to manage it, team management and leadership in this world. Yeah, maybe lots of example you can see, but male is good at all this place. We can see all over the scenario. So it is a good point to everyone. We can't see. We can't not see is the male leader is bad. You are asking about the Chin time. Chin, I, Chin leader, he was the sacrifice, what the good intention. But how we can say all male leaders are not well? So in my contact view, I am asking about to everyone and my opponent. So everyone not as well as our women, our male power is well. If we can see, I am also talking about in the ancient to modern era. No, we can see the example of Narendra Modi, and we can see in COVID-19 uh, Modi Johnson and all over the aspect. So it was a good example of leadership, how to maintain a bad situation or other situation. So it was a crucial. We are talking other aspect such as you heard Howard Howard. So no, you cannot compare all the person, all the male leaders is one as well as. So our main leader is good in this world and ancient to modern era. So it will good. So thank you so much, everyone.
To Mr. Priyansu. Well spoken. So, Miss Co-host, this is time we have to move
Yes,
for the next round.
of course. Now it's your turn, dear audience. We are opening the floor for a short rapid fire interaction. You can ask quick, smart questions, and our debaters will answer them in a flash.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Audience, keep your question crisp and amazing one. because sometimes one sharper questions can turn the debate. So I request to all audience, those are on the VC, they can send the question. If you have any question with the girls team, you can send to Miss Co-host. If you have any question for the male team, do send me your question. So Miss Co-host, it's your turn. Ask your question with your teammates.
Yes, so here's the first
Wait,
question
wait for a
for
while.
female.
I have to set. Wait for a while. I have to set the timer first. So as you can see that two timers are visible on the screen for both team. So what is going to happen? Both teams are having 5 minutes. One team, Miss Co-host is going to ask one question. Timers will start. The moment you will complete your answer, timer will stop, and your remaining time will be there. I mean, one question asked by the Miss Co-host. If you gave the answer of that question in 1 minute, then you will be having remaining time 2 minutes for another whatever question is going to ask by the audience. Then I will ask question to male team. I will ask. They have to give the answer. The moment they will completed the answer, I will stop the timer. So till 5 minutes is going to complete, I can ask as much questions as much you can give the answer. Thank you. So Miss Co-host, carry on.
Thank you. So, first question for male teams. And I'm talking about Tarabai Vosley, who instead of showing empathy, showed aggressive and stronger actions towards Mughals. Does the girls' team support aggressive leadership or empathic leadership? Please answer it. I'm going to read it again. Tarabai Vosley, who instead of showing empathy, showed aggressive and stronger actions towards Mughals. Does the girls' team support aggressive leadership or empathetic leadership? Ms. Achal.
So,
Hello.
I will answer you.
Hey, Amol.
Women are too
Hey,
empathetic.
Amol.
Wait
Hers,
a minute.
that
Wait a
questions
minute.
for the female teams. If you are interrupting, maybe we'll get the minus mark.
Okay, I think we have to answer it as separate.
So, uh, okay, so the answer to this is aggression for justice is not violence. It's more of courage thing. When Tarabai fought, she wasn't just reckless. She was strategic, visionary, and morally driven. So, and that's what leadership is all about. Just because you are fighting against violence, that doesn't mean it's injustice or it's something driven by the emotions, which is on the spot and something
Can I
driven
add up?
by emotions. So, yes, it blends both strength and sensitivity, which proves what effective leadership is.
At the same time, it depends on the requirements of the authority. That depends, and it depends individual also. But if you see the overall leadership qualities and competencies, women are outshining more than men.
Okay,
I
done.
would like to add one more thing. Like, suppose if enemy is coming to your home, would you just love them or would you just defend yourself? So at the same time, if the Tarabai is defending her land, I don't think there is anything wrong in that. And when it comes to in this 21st century, if that time women can show the aggressiveness to just define his or her land, I don't think there is anything wrong in that. In this modern era, we have the empathy towards the people, but she doesn't show the aggressiveness to the normal people. She shows the aggressiveness to the enemy.
Yeah, next question. First.
Next question I will ask to male, then you will get the next question. Let me stop your timer. Sorry.
It's 4 seconds extra, so you have to give us 4 seconds extra.
Yes, surely I will give you. Okay, someone asked in the boys team who can give the answer. As you can see that on the one question, all female team were giving the answer, so all are allowed to give the answer with respectfully. So the first question for the male team, the question is, if men claim to be better leaders, so why do they resist sharing power with women? May I repeat? I'm dropping the question on the channel. You can in the group chat. The question is, if men claim to better leaders, why do they resist sharing power with women?
Uh, we are not saying that we don't want to share the power. Like even we are bringing some initiative like parliament women reservation. Even this was also passed by most of the male. And here the question is like who is better leader. So we are explaining today who can stand in crisis and all. Okay, but we are not saying that we can't share the power. We are actually doing even. Like even in the rural level, like at local level, we are sharing or giving power. But if women are like because of social structure are not able to become as good leader as men's, we are just supporting it.
And in power hungry society, it is not gender specific that one is uh, trying to get into power. It depends upon context as well. So we cannot narrow it down to gender. As we have seen, the vice president of Thailand, sorry, Philippines, trying to occupy the power of president. So even female are resistant to power sharing. So it's not gender specific, but it's a context specific thing.
If
That's
you
it.
see the
Anyone else
history,
like to speak?
yeah, so I
Yes.
wanna speak. If you see the history, you will realize there are many situations where male fought for women, where male has fought for the women's right and women's leadership. If you see, we have given the as my teammate said that we have make an opportunity to of reservation. So we are stepping on this direction.
Okay, so now we have to go with the next question. Yeah, Miss Co-host, go with your question for your team.
Yeah, so the next question is, what leadership did women brought in the field of health during COVID-19, as Miss Haru highlighted? As well, I'm gonna send the question in group, okay? I'm
You can
again
repeat the
gonna say
question
what,
once again.
Yeah.
yeah,
So that is the question, right?
yeah,
Hello?
what leadership did women brought in the field of health during COVID-19, as Miss Haru highlighted?
Okay, so
Okay.
I would like to
As
answer.
I will. Then you can. Ha. As already seen from the very countries like Germany and New Zealand, the women-led countries actually demonstrated six times less deaths compared to per capita of the countries which male-led. At the same time, you can see ASHA workers in the India. They actually in the COVID vaccine they have a lot of hand for getting the public trust and making the COVID vaccine success in such panchayats or such places also where people are not aware that much. Okay.
So even if we talk about the women leaders in COVID-19, this truly proved empathy and efficiency. A CEPR data in 2021 study shows that there has been 6 times fewer deaths and acted earlier with science-based policies, be it adherence of New Zealand, which just saw 26 deaths, or Merkel's Germany, which kept one of the Europe's lowest fertility rate. So yes, if women's leadership is more about empathy, discipline, and compassion, proving that emotional intelligence is not weakness but the backbone of effective crisis management.
I would also like to answer it. During the COVID-19 pandemic, India All Women's Cared of 1 million ASA workers formed the world's largest contact training and public health outreach network and credited with the vaccinating and educating rural population.
Just want to
Okay,
mention one line that, like in the
Can you
whoever
stop the
leading the
timings, please?
she's just
It's done, I
speaking.
guess.
How can I speak? Stop. Annam, would you like to speak?
No, I just want to add one line like whoever leading the nation by women, they have saved the own, they just mentioned the 13 days in their nation as compared to the male gender. There were a lot of death rate in the male leading country. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now for male side. So males, are you ready for the next questions? Let me check the questions.
Yes, we are ready.
Actually, I have a lot of questions. So the next question by the Ram. So the question is, how do you address evidence that perception of effective leaders is shaped by culture, stereotypes favoring agentic male trait, even when objective results often favor women, especially in team satisfaction and crisis handling? I'm just sending the question, this one in the group chat. You can read out as well. And this question, oh God. So this question asked by the Beardo ma'am. So the moment you guys will start giving the answer, I will start the timer. May I start the timer?
Yeah, they're saying that objective objective results often favor women, right? I think when objectives results often favor women when the sample size is small, because when we take the overall picture, I think more results often favor objective results often favor men as well. So, and in crisis handling as well, men are proven to be more better leaders. We can take the example of Tukaram Omble, who took 40 bullets of Kasab's gun to save his compatriots as well as the nation from a terrorist. So, I think objective results often favor male as well. Any other teammate?
I want to say that there is a historical amnesia in this particular fact that we are just taking this results and research. But if you see the general practical human life, we have there are many examples like Nelson Mandela, like Mahatma Gandhi. There were many examples who has in the crisis in the situation of crisis always main can be a better leader. Even biology supports our arguments. There are two hormones, one is cortisol, one is testosterone. Cortisol for a stress hormone, and men have more testosterone hormone, and testosterone hormone can compensate this cortisol hormone. So if you see this biology, this very normal fact that male can be a better leader in a crisis situation. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, Miss Co-host, go with the next question for the female side.
Yeah, so here's my next question. If women are better leaders, why do we see fewer female entrepreneurs starting large-scale, high-risk ventures, even in modern, non-biased era? I'm gonna send this in a group, and you're gonna check
Okay.
there, and I'm gonna repeat it again.
Okay, you can repeat it again.
If women are better leaders, why do we see fewer female entrepreneurs starting large-scale, high-risk ventures, even in modern non-biased era?
See, it's not because they're starting very few. There are so many entrepreneurs, women also. But what happening is that venture capital fund, the venture capital gap, which is funding part, they are very less. At the same time, because of that, most of the female entrepreneurs do not start the business after 5 years also. But what happens once they start, the return on equity is very high compared to males. So this is my answer. At the same time, anyone wants to add, please add. Asad.
So
I'm
yes,
totally
fewer
agree with
female
Amini.
entrepreneurs don't
I would like to
reflect
continue
well.
that. I would like to continue with that. A single biggest sarcastical barrier. Women founded companies consistently receive only a tiny fraction of the total virtue capital. Funding global often 2% to 3%. The basis of questioning studies how the inventors and both females and males tend to ask a male funders. Promotion asks the questions focus on the potential gains on opportunities. The how big could our company get? Conversely, they tend to ask female funders prevention questions focused on the risk and safety. How will you defend your
Exactly.
market
At the
share?
same
This
time, at the
question,
same time, AI is still biased and controlled by males.
yeah.
Anchal, continue.
Okay, and this forced women to frame their pitch defensively and limiting their perceived selling for growth.
Okay, time's up for the audience interaction for the girls team. Your time's up. You lost your whole time even I gave the 4 second extra. So we have for the male remaining time 1 minute 42 seconds. And as I got message by the judges, there will be again 3 minute audio interaction. In that audio interaction,
Yeah, you are not audible.
was muted. Sorry. So the next question by Subham. The question is, what will woman choose? Let me read first. Okay, what will woman choose? There is a one guy with all things like perfect man, but he is poor and better. And other guy is perfect man and he is rich also. Which one woman will choose for life partner? What kind of
Okay, I
question is
think
it?
this question is not that related to leadership, right? So
Yes,
can you
that's
pick
why
some
I
other
asked.
question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will go with a different question. Wait for a while. Okay. Okay. So the next question by uh, Gurwani. The question is, why do people think women can't lead better than man? If if Mangal Pandey was first leader, then what about Rani Lakshmi Bai? Was she not one of the best or the first leader? I will repeat it. Why do people think women can't lead better than man? If Mangal Pandey was first leader, then what about Rani Lakshmi Bai? Was she not one of the best and first leader? I'm dropping this question, and at the same time, the moment you guys will start speaking, I will start the timer.
Yeah, I wanna answer it. In the example of Rani Lakshmibai, there is a problem that one Englishman has given the title Mardani to the Rani Lakshmibai. Why they have given this title Mardani? Because they also knew the damn fact that in the majority of the cases, Mard are the better leaders because there is no Mardani. So from this word you can see that even Britishers from that time they have also know this damn fact that male are better leader in the majority of the cases. Thank you so much.
And we even appreciate Rani Lakshmibai's leadership skills. Like she was indeed one of the greatest leaders. But the thing is, we need more women like Lakshmibai in leadership positions. That is what lacking. Even in today's era, we know about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, right? Beti Padhao is done, Beti Bachao is done. But where are those Betis? Like where they are lacking in the leadership positions, right? We need them to step forward like Rani Lakshmibai. But women being better leaders than them are better competing in a better way with women and taking those positions. That is it.
And like I want to add that yes, as Amog is saying, we need more leaders like Rani Lakshmibai, but there is a shortage. But we have many leaders who are male, like Nelson Mandela. Uh, he did the he forgive the avoids. He choose forgiveness over revenge. So if we have such leaders, like a lot of leaders, then don't you think it proves that male are better leaders?
Okay, 2 seconds left. Okay, time's done. So, Mr. and Mrs. Judges, respected judges, are you there? As I requested for 3 minutes by the judges, they will ask question. So I'm just setting the timer for 3 minutes. Then I will move forward for the crossfire round. Let me set the timer first. So, Miss Beardo, you will ask question, and Nikhil Vyas, sir, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay,
I hope I'm
so
clearly audible to everyone.
yeah. Before asking question, do mention me. I mean, which
Yes,
team is
yes,
going to give the answer?
yes. So the first question is going to be for the men team or the males team. Okay,
Okay, yeah.
fine. So shall I ask now?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, good evening to everyone. My question to the males team, as they with worthy voices are defending male leadership in the world. Tell me one thing. In this world, if decades of male dominated leadership have not eliminated corruption, inequality, economic volatility, and other crises of humanity, what is the main evidence? What is the main empirical basis for assuming this thing that men are always good at leading something? What basis are you acquiring to defend male dominance? What is your argument?
The moment male team will start giving the answer, I will start the timer.
I I agree that there are some problems in male leadership, but we have to understand this damn fact that in every leadership, in every scenario, there will be some problems, there will be some loopholes, but we are tackling that. There is corruption. It doesn't mean we are not capable enough. Yeah, we are struggling, but we can conquer it. Thank you.
I would like to answer. Yeah, leadership is that thing, if somebody is looks after to the right and to the left, I mean to say, they take care of the as a whole of all the teams, then it is said to be a leader, good leader. So if we talk about the corruption and all social abuses, so in those cases, it's not said to be that that person is really a culprit for that. So it can be happen with the women also and can be happen with the men also. There's no difference between.
I want to add one point, like just like I think in our society there are a lot of crimes, but police is fighting with that. So same way, corruption is also there, but government and leaders are trying to remove that corruption. So
And problems are context specific as well, not gender specific. That was it.
Okay. So still 1 minute 33 seconds are left. So when you are saying that corruption is an integral part of the human society, Harsh, you said one thing that it's not the problem of only main leadership, it's the problem of every leadership. Tell me, by electoral bonds scheme in our democracy, what our Prime Minister along with the entire regime tried to promote? Answer it.
The
Okay.
pro- okay, Harsh, you should.
Okay. So, yes, like electoral bond policy was flawed, but many Supreme Court leaders they gave justice, like they revoked that scheme. So, in every society, if some evil people are there, so some good people are also there. Same way, in females also, evil and good, everyone exists. So I believe that.
And this example, Prime Minister, this is the personality trait. This example doesn't say anything about complete male leadership. This is the problem with can be with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It doesn't can happen. You cannot associate with entire male leadership. Thank you so much.
And the electoral bond scheme was brought up with a very good intention of bringing in anonymity and tackling money laundering. But the implementation is where we lacked, and not just in the leadership quality. So I think that was what about electoral bond scheme question which Nikhil asked.
Okay, thank you.
Still 21 seconds are left. If you guys want to utilize, do let me know.
Yes, yes.
Nikhil sir, if you have any question, you can go with it for 21 seconds if they can utilize for that question.
No, I'm not having any question. I'm done with my questions. Now we
Okay,
can move
so
towards the female. Yeah.
yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, you can start the timer and please do acknowledge me before starting. Okay.
No, I can start timer only when you will
Yeah,
ask question and they will start
yeah.
the
Yep, yep.
giving the answer.
Got it, got it. Okay. So now this question is for females because females are most of the times with worthy voices defending emotional behavior of a leader. They bring empathy, collaboration, and all these kind of different traits of a character. So when females, especially or people argue women bring different qualities like empathy, collaboration, risk management to leadership, how do we guard against essentializing gender, assuming all women will behave a certain way just because they are women? Is there any biological evidence? Is there any scientific evidence? Or is
Yeah.
there any mathematical calculation that proves that every woman behaves in the same manner?
Well,
just want
I will
Sir,
continue, then someone else
yeah.
can continue. Firstly, I want to tell the statistics that World Economic Forum Foundation founded that EQ leaders outperform IQ dominant leaders by 20%. So let me tell you, Cornell University said that women score higher in EQ by 15% on average. But the question is the intra difference, right? You mean like woman to woman. Let me tell you one thing. Every person is different. At the same time, every male is different. So in the EQ as well, but compared to male versus women, it's the women who have more emotional quotient benefit factor and more emotionally intelligent they are. In the way that leadership also seen that women outperformed, outshined this role compared to male. Now continue.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I see it. I see eye to eye with mine. Yeah, generally people consider that every person and means male and female have both lots of predominantly qualities. But sometimes in this situation we forget one things. This is our mother. If your mother is the leader and he has lots of potential, so you never notice, and she isn't paid employees, and she gives every breath, every moment just for a family. Her sacrifice don't earn money, but they build your lives. If you are judge leadership by salary and fame, you miss the greatest leader in our own home. A mother whose love and strength can never be matched by command or a paycheck. So it is so crucial and vital things, and sometimes we forget and we only notice that females who has a leader in society, in professionally, but we never considered this person. This is a mother.
I got your answer. Leo, can you please stop the timer for a second?
It's 3 seconds extra. Can you please provide 3 seconds extra, Leo Patrick?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Women are very good with calculations of
At the
time.
same time, 4 seconds extra for that round. So you have to provide a total of 10 seconds extra on
Cool.
an average.
So I have a question
Please
now.
continue now.
Okay, I have a question to the females now because most of the females from the female team have come with one term, that is Indira Gandhi, right? And I'm also one of fans of her. But when Indira Gandhi, if for example, if Indira Gandhi declared the 1975 emergency to preserve, let's say, national stability and internal security, so tell me one thing: how can that justification stand firm when most of the fundamental democratic rights were suspended? When Indira Gandhi tried to silence the press, that right now we are calling as one of the pillars of the democracy. And not only that, Indira Gandhi, one of the greatest female leaders by the female team, as appointed, she jailed most of the opposition leaders behind the prison. So, are you also trying to bring the same institutional values in your leadership?
So, okay, Indira Gandhi's emergency was indeed a controversial political move, but one leader's excess cannot define a gender's ability. History is just filled with male leaders who suspended rights or silenced press. Yet we don't conclude that men are unfit to lead. Despite that period, Indira Gandhi also led in India through the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War, strengthened agriculture through the Green Revolution, and advanced nuclear self reliance. Her legacy shows that women, like men, can be powerful, decisive, and nation shaping for better.
Yeah. So, next question.
I would just want to say that that stereotype holds women back because of that, like women's leaders are less. If there is no stereotype, women leaders will excel like male.
Thank you, I got my answer.
Okay, so we done with the judges round, Mr. Nicholson. As I promised that I have to end this debate 9:30. We have 8 minutes. I promised that 9:35. So we have 8 minutes, and after 30 we have maybe 4 and 5 minutes more. So let me do it that part. So, Miss Co-host, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Let me check how many times are left. 16 minutes in our hand. Okay, so go with the next round.
Okay, so the next round is crossfire round. It's time for the most thrilling segment of all, the crossfire round, where logic meets counter logic and questions turn into ammunition. Both teams get ready to challenge, question, and defend. But remember, passion with respect makes a perfect debate. So,
Both teams get
go ahead.
both teams. Okay, so it's time for the most thrilling segment of the debate, or the crossfire round, where logic meets counter and logic and questions turn into the information. So let's go with the crossfire rounds. Miss, who are those people from your side? From my side, the names is
And from my side, it's Jyotsna and Karis. They're gonna participate in this round. Are you here?
Yeah, we are here.
Yes, sir.
from the
Yes,
male
ma'am.
side,
I'm here.
Earth and Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait for a while. Just a couple of seconds. So I will make pair. I will ask to judges. Can you please make pair of two people? Make two pair of these four person. Judges, are you there? Hello.
Leo, can you please repeat the names for the
The
convenience?
names. Okay, the names from male side is Harsh and Phoenix.
From female sides, Jyotsna and Karis.
Okay, then Harsh and Karis will be going together, and obviously the other people. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, Keresh and Harsh, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, all the best. I'm starting the timer.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a question. If women are really better leader, then why in so many Indian villages it's their husband, the so-called Sarpanch Pati, who actually runs things? The same thing happens in Pakistan reserved seats and Nepal local council too. Don't say like it's patriarchy, because historically in matriarchal societies like in Nair community and Travancore, women being powerful gave leadership tasks like city administration to men. Isn't that proof that most of their leadership is only on paper, but in reality they avoid leadership?
Powerful leader. It's a bold term that we can refer as a individual and significant. And if we talk about here in a Nepal local and refers a third tier of government in Nepal and the federal structure, which was only established for the constitutional of Nepal 2025. And here are some others: the new federal systems, the the devolution of the self-governments, continuation develops 22 exclusive power, the 15 current powers, and
Yeah, but like we are empowering women, okay, but still they are not coming on leadership. So why so? Like at local level, we are empowering.
so you
Even
only
in
ask about the few countries, right? But there are some more others also where women lead, where women give their own points also.
I have
So
include the example of Pakistan, Nepal, and India. Lot of villages are there in these. Are you thinking it's not? It's insignificant?
if you're talking about the only villages and all, so in a village area, you know very well our how society are. They never gonna give a chance to a girls because they think that if girls gonna lead, then they are not going to be in a front of that. So, hers, I have a question from you. If a leadership means inspiring peoples, why do you survive from the Gala of 2021 so that employees with a woman's manager are more engaged, productive, and loyal? Is not that what true leadership means: motivating and intimidating?
Okay, okay. So we are not saying that we need leadership for just speech or motivation, but we also need leaders for crisis. So just like take the example of Volodymyr Zelensky, he refused to flee during Russian invasion, and even other examples like Lee Kuan Yew, who transformed the Singapore. So you're telling about like companies. So yes, even men are doing good.
Actually, hers, I didn't get my answer. My question is still is that
Okay, time's
if
up.
leadership means inspiring people,
Time's up. Thank you. So, Miss Co-host, who is the next person from your side? From male side, Mr. Phoenix, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Phoenix.
Yes.
Miss Co-host, who is from female side, is he here? Your mic is muted.
It's Jyotsna. Go ahead.
Okay. So, everyone, brace yourself. The stage is about to witness last fire between two participants, where the clash of intellect, where every word is a weapon and every silence sometimes a strategy of any participant. So let's welcome Mr. Phoenix and who's that Miss Co-host? Jyotsna.
Jyotsna, welcome.
All the best, both of you.
Yes. Should I start?
Yes.
Yeah, if we see leadership, leadership needs grit, vision, courage. But if you see history, logic, and performance, reveal that men have embodied these traits consistently. So until proven otherwise, men remain a stronger leadership of our world. So male are the better leader. What do you think, Jyotsana?
Yeah, this is a people consider that uh, male is a great male has a great leadership, but inspired by Gita, women act without attachment to reward, focusing on duty and impact. So she doesn't follow path. She breaks new ground, light the way, and lead the nation forward. Because Indian women lead not for the recognition, but for purpose. They carry the day, uplift communities, and prove that true leadership is a courage, wisdom, and heart rolled into one. So she does not walk the beaten path. She turns the wilderness into a garden. Sometimes in her silence is thunder, in her patience is power, and her smile is revolution. So that is the main things. And leadership is not means genuine quality. This is we can be we should have a build up, and sometimes we have noticing and adopt all these things. But everyone has a specific liberty and rights, and if you have qualities, so definitely we should overcome, and you should
Okay,
ready
okay,
to
let
go
me
to the
answer.
extra mile.
Okay, let me answer.
So
First of
yeah.
yeah, you have spoken. Let me answer. First of all, we need to understand that leadership is not a therapy where we talk about empathy and you're talking about community. No, leadership is all about being firm in the decisive situation when there is a crisis. In that situation, how we are tackling the situations. In normal situations, it is a fact that anyone can lead, but it is a scientific fact that the most of the crisis situation, when the situation are very stressful, in that situation male are more capable to handle the situation, more capable to handle the stress. It's a fact, because this biologically are also supports us. And if you see history from the Alexander to the Jeff Bezos, all the 85% of the company industries and the world leaders are male. So this damn fact can satisfy this our my argument that male are the better leader. See, 90% of the cases where the situation became worse, male led the situation perfectly. In the case of even in Indira Gandhi,
Time's
Captain
up.
Manik Shaw. Yes.
Time's up. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. It was a good listening. So, Miss Co-host, can we move to the next last round, conclusion round, closing round?
Each team now delivers their final powerful message, summarizing their stance and leaving us with something to think about. Team A, 2 minutes. Team B, 2 minutes. Go ahead. From my side, it's Jyotsna.
Yes, ma'am.
1 second, let me set the timer.
All the best, Jyotsna. You
Shall I start?
gonna rock
Yes.
now? No, wait a minute.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. So, in conclusion, I would like to say leadership of women is not a privilege, it is a promise of progress. Not only do Indian women lead with the intelligence, but also with heart and ethical vision. Either they lead from the front, but or they guide from behind, but they always deliver the goods. The data is not about one gender being better, but which genders' natural and learned tendencies are better matched to the demands of 21st century leadership. So everything is possible. Men often excel in command and control and direct leadership. And next, women often excel in transformational, collaborative, and empathetic leadership. For example, and Chandrasekhan, he is the chairman of Tata Sons, often highlights the leadership of his female executive like Leena Nair. She is the CEO and she is upholding the Tata Group's legendary ethical culture, which is the core to its brand. So while individual excellence exists everywhere, the statistically advantage for organizational health profitability and effective crisis leadership lies in women with women. So tonight, as the mic is on and words decide, she doesn't just follow path as she break the new ground, like the way and lead the nation forward. And it is not only the Indian woman led with the intelligence, but also with heart and ethical vision. And sometimes we also consider that a leader is the position and leadership is the practice of making that position
Thank you,
effective
time is up.
through excellence. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
So from the male side, so now we are the grand finale, the voice that will wrap up the war of the words with the wisdom and fire. Please welcome Phoenix for the conclusion round from the male side.
Yes, dear listeners and judges, now comes the conclusion of event from the side of Blaze Kings. Leadership is not about ego, gender, or pride. It's about who consistently steps up when risk, responsibility, and chaos collide. Throughout history, men have been placed in positions where failure meant collapse of kingdoms, companies, or communities. That pressure has forged a repeated observable pattern. Men have been tested more often and therefore selected more often. As leaders in high stakes situations, this isn't about superiority, it's about exposure, experience, and endurance. We have heard the counter that women lacked opportunities. True. But even when given the same mandate, only a few women have reached or sustained leadership under extreme pressure. Indira Gandhi, Margaret Thatcher, or Melanie, powerful names, no doubt. But they stand out precisely because they are exceptions. Exceptions prove ability, not equality of outcome. We have also heard that men cause wars. Yet, leadership in war is not about aggression, it's about accountability under danger. Men have led not only battles but reconstruction, innovation, and crisis recovery. The willingness to take on danger for the sake of others has historically defined leadership itself. Our claim is simple and evidence based. When the test is leadership under pressure, men have across eras and systems carried that mantle more frequently and effectively. This doesn't deny women's competence. It recognizes a consistent data-backed reality. So we close with clarity, not arrogance, not bias, but reason. Leadership is proven, not proclaimed, and history, biology, and real world results together. So when the moment demands risk, resilience, relentless accountability, men have led more often and more successfully. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wonderful. So, Miss Co-host, would you like to say something as we done with all rounds? Let me check the timer, how many times we have in our hand. Okay,
To
time's
be
done.
decided. Okay, I'm gonna say something actually, co-host, to be decided by the organizer. Now comes the surprise twist, the practical round, where knowledge meets spontaneity. The organizer will decide who steps into this challenge. Get ready, anything can happen, guys.
Okay.
So, co-host, go ahead.
Yes, wait for a while. So, as yesterday in the meeting, I said that if we complete the debate on time, so there will be last practical round there where the judges will check the actual practical of the males and female. They are actually having the leadership quality or not. So, I'm going to say what is going to happen in this round. Let me share something in the group chat first. So, all participants, just check the last message in the group chat. So, I'm just going to tell you something, and please don't type any message. Please let participants read this last message. So, what is going to happen in the last round? In chess, there is a queen, there is a king, and there is different people as well. Knight. So, what is the definition of leadership quality? If one person is a coach in the team, coach has to decide who can be the leader, who can be the co-leader, and who can be the queen, who can be the rock, who can be the support staff. So the task for the both team, we are providing 2 minutes. You all guys can leave from this VC. In 2 minutes, you guys will come on this VC. With that, you have the 6 participant. Every participants with together, you guys will decide who can be the leader of your team, who can be the co-leader of the team, who can be the knight of your team, who can be the rock of your team. Give the title of your team, and it's not something about you can decide by yourself. You can discuss with your team and who can be the actual leader of your team. And if you will able to decide right leader from your team, it means you are actually leadership quality you are having. So times, let me set the timer. Times we are giving 3 minutes. You all can leave the VC. I will start the timer now and go in your team VC and decide the who can be leader, co-leader in your team. I'm starting the timer. All the best. Phoenix, everyone can go in your team VC and try to decide the team who can be the leader, who can be the co-leader, and come up with here with your proper team title. And judges will see you. Is your team is having that much capability to decide in 6 participants who can be the leader, who can be the co-leader? Keres, you are here. You should go with your teammates. Be done with the debate. Let me stop.